Hey friends, welcome back to a special edition of the Unpretty Space podcast. I am your host, Bevy J. And listen, I have to put these videos that I've recorded from way back when because I gotta have social proof. Like this is actually the becoming of who I am, the woman that I am today. So sit back and watch because I'm going somewhere. Like 2018, I was divorced. 2018, I went to the Beyonce concert because we all know that's a whole mood and a whole experience. So that was just, yeah, I could talk about Beyonce all day, every day. Wow, what else? 2018, my grandmother passed away, 11/11. And it's so funny, ever since that day and looking up the meaning of 11/11, it's like that alignment is always around me, 11/11. What else? I came to Atlanta, decided that I was finally just come. You know, I've been procrastinating for so many years because I was supposed to be in Atlanta years ago. So I came here and just like, you know what? It's time to make that move. But before I came to that decision, I would have to say maybe back in June of 2018. Matter of fact, after my birthday, when I turned 33. You know how when our birthday hit, we hit another milestone and we start reflecting and thinking and want to better ourselves, which is nothing wrong with that, right? For me, I started getting uncomfortable at my job. And, I just thought it was a phase, retail life, right? It was something different, that was just not sitting in my soul. I thought it had something to do with my divorce and all of that other stuff. Nah. It just wasn't, I can't explain it. I didn't hate what I was doing. I just no longer wanted to do it because with all of the gifts and the talents that God has given me, I felt like I wasn't putting it to use, wanted to be a makeup artist, wanted to be a fashion stylist. Those are my two top faves. Was always surrounded around media. When I say media, basically I grew up at a radio station from, how old was I? I was like 13, 14 until the time I think I was 20 because I started getting grown woman bills and I had to leave. But being around that media, so that's where my marketing and my social media comes from, and just being around that, like that, those three things, fashion, makeup, fashion, beauty, and media was like my top three loves. It's just like I can do it all day, every day, long. Man, God, I could talk about that all day, every day. But that's not the thing, though. So as I began to pray to God, and God, I learned, this is something I learned over the years, that when you pray to God, God gives you a simple answer. He's so simple. He's not gonna give you no paragraph or no book of or a book of directions on what to do besides the Bible. But when we hear his voice, because I used to struggle to hear his voice, and in the middle of me feeling the way that I'm feeling some type of way, like, yo, I need to leave. Something just not right. Like, this is not who Bevy J is, And as I prayed to him and I was asking him, what should I do? He told me to quit my job. Okay. God, I love Atlanta, like the whole vibes and the culture, everything in Atlanta. But my friends, family, people always say Atlanta is just bad. Atlanta this, Atlanta that. Quit your job and move to Atlanta. Say no more. That's what I did. 2018 was my setup year, right? So many different other milestones happened. Bevy J was actually birthed late of 2017. again, I had this artsy vibe, this creative vibe, right? Everything about me was just, I'm just a creative individual. People were coming to me for ideas. People were always coming to me for something. So I'm trying to figure out who I am, right? So 2017, Bevy J was birthed. Bevy J was birthed out of pain. You know, my divorce, that last relationship I was in was straight pain. So if I can say this to anybody that experienced pain, typically what happens when you fed up with life and you just know who you are, but something's just blocking it, typically something beautiful always births out of pain. I know, oh man, I don't know who she is, but I know she messaged me, I want to say last year when I started kind of telling my story about when I was homeless, moving to Atlanta, all the other stuff. She said we had similar stories, and she was homeless, and that pain that she experienced, she started her own online boutique. So typically when we go through a life-changing event, most of us do something about it and birth something out of it. Some of us, it still ain't over it, you know, and I'm happy to say that I'm not in that category. You know, I did something about that pain. So, okay. So 2018 was my setup. 2019 broke me. It broke me. Oh my gosh. What do you mean it broke you, baby? You got married again, and you found love, and oh my, like, yeah. The beginning of 2019, y'all. Sleeping on my friend's couch. Don't have no sense of direction. Y'all didn't know this, but I got casted for a reality show. When God told me to quit my job, I was supposed to be in Atlanta at the end of December. But because I half did what I was supposed to do, I was not obedient. I quit my job. I was supposed to be in Atlanta, but I decided to wait because I got casted into a reality show, and I was trying to figure out what was going on with that because filming wasn't going to take place until like March, and I said it doesn't make sense to go get an apartment because the agreement was for those 2 or 3 months that I wouldn't get paid. So I said it didn't make sense to me, so let me just, crash on my friend's couch. So again, that was me delaying me. I delayed me that time. I'll admit to that. Fast forwarding. The reason why I say 2019 broke me, because I was homeless, sleeping in my car. A lot of people still my husband said he didn't want to hear it, which is understandable, but he's going to have to hear it one day. But a lot of people still don't really know like the whole full backstory, because you look at me and you like, Bevy, like, you would never think something like this would happen to me. And some people can't stomach this happening to me because they know that I am a genuine, good-hearted person. But I'm not exempt from life happening to me, right? Just like you're not exempt from life happening to you. So that whole phase of me sleeping in my car, that has never happened to me. My mom said we was homeless before, but I was young. I just know we moved around a lot, But at that moment, I had no choice but to get close to God. I had no choice. I had nobody. I had people I could have called, and trust me, why you didn't call? And this was something Bevy had to do for herself. I didn't want no bailouts. I had to do it. In the midst of all of this, I got closer to God. My life started changing like never before. It's like God had to break me down completely. Like all of that past hurt, pain, all of that stuff that I had endured and that I was carrying around on me. He had to get that off of me. How can I go on to be the great Bevy J if I still got all of this past hurt? For what? How am I going to help motivate anybody if I'm still holding on to something that I should have let go years ago? Like, let me tell y'all really, really quick about my mother. Her and I did not have the best of relationship. I used to envy other women who had their mom as their best friend. Like, going shopping, going out to eat, going out, all of these things. I didn't have that. My mother was a crackhead. My mother tried to sell me for drugs. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And you guys, I'm about to cut this sweet because I'm about to get real emotional. 2018 was my setup. 2019 broke me. 2020 is what's gonna make me. I'm telling you, I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what bills you got that's piling up. You better get up and do something. Get up and do something. I don't know what to do. What? I don't care. Figure it out. How do I figure it out? What are you good at? What is something that you can do without being paid? What is something that you can do that can take you 2-3 minutes to do, where it can take somebody else hours and days to do? That's the first thing, guys. Like, I don't ever want to experience what I experienced last year. I don't ever want to experience that. Like, having to go to the homeless shelter to shower, having to go to Planet Fitness to shower, having to scrape up change to go get a burger, having to... I'm on my last deferment, and it's just like, you chilling, and you hear the beep, beep, and you jump up like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in here, don't take my car. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not coming, but that's just that mentality. I don't want to live like that. So then you think about, okay, well, it's the pandemic. You know, I lost my job. Okay, when the pandemic hit and I lost my job, one of my friends was like, "Bevy, I feel so bad for you. Like, you went through all of that last year and now this." I'm like, that prepared me for this. That's why I'm not all stressed out and just losing my mind. And I can honestly say God has put some very influential spiritual leaders in my path, because if it was not for them, I would literally be all over the place mentally, and not in a creative way, you know, because as creatives we all over the place, but I would be all over the place in a negative way. And if I can say anything to you guys, it's write down what you want. Because I have my notebook from when I was sleeping in my car. My auntie and my pastors write it down. There's a book inside of you. You know what I'm saying? I will never forget what Pastor Mark told me. There's a book inside of you. Write your testimony down. I was just like, yo, a book inside of me? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't do it. You are greater than what you really think. And I keep teasing y'all, because I just, y'all, I don't feel like being emotional right now. I'm trying my best not to, but all I can say is God is
I am
real.
going somewhere.
God is really real.
I keep telling you guys to record your videos
Some of y'all
at
might
your
not
lowest.
believe. You're not believers. I'm not here to force you to believe.
Watch next week.